Hello guys, how are you? I hope all is fine. I'm just going to explain you a small example, or you can say a theory, with the help of which you can actually get an understanding of trading in currencies. That is one of the topic is in foreign exchange risk, and we are actually working on different topics related to the financial performance, so you can have an idea about our work through these videos, which are primarily based on the conceptual, numerical, and also their solutions. So, with the help of this video, we're going to actually check what is the concept behind trading in currencies. The foreign exchange or forex market is an international market in national currencies. Okay, the foreign exchange or a forex market is an international market in national currencies, and it is highly competitive, and virtually no difference exists between the prices in one market, for example New York, and other, for example London. Okay, so bid and offer prices. Banks dealing with foreign currency quote two prices for an exchange rate. Okay, that is from the perspective of a bank: a lower bid price, a higher offer price. For example, a dealer might quote a price for US dollar to sterling of 1.4325 to 1.4330. The lower rate, 1.4325, is the rate at which the dealer will sell the variable currency US dollar in exchange for the base currency sterling. Okay, and the higher rate, 1.4, is the rate at which the dealer will buy the variable currency US dollar in exchange for the base currency sterling. That is from the perspective of the bank, when the dealer will go to the bank and also will going to check it, and he or she will going to have an idea what the bank will going to offer him as an, or actually bid him. That would be a lower bid price when he going to sell it, taking a lower amount, and the higher bid offer price would be offered to the offered by the bank when he going to actually sell it. Okay, the higher one is the rate at which the dealer will buy the variable currency in exchange of the base currency. That is when the dealer is buying. The high rate would be that, the high rate offer price by the bank. So to remember which of the two prices is relevant to any particular foreign exchange transaction, remember the bank will always trade at the rate that is more favorable to itself. Understandable? Illustration: trading currencies. Suppose that the US dollar rate per pound is quoted as 1.4325 into 1.4330. If a company wants to buy a dollar 100,000 in exchange for sterling, so that the bank will be selling dollars. If we use the lower rate of 1.4325, the bank would sell them for this amount. If we use the high rate of 1.4, the bank would sell it for this one. Obviously, the price would get lower. Clearly, the bank would be better off setting them at the lower rate. That is the figures in front of you. Rule: bank sells lower. If a company wants to sell $200,000 in exchange for sterling, so the bank would be buying dollars. If we use a lower rate of this, the bank would buy them for this one, and if you use the higher rate of this, the bank would buy them for this one. Obviously, the bank would buy at the lower, okay, and would buy them at 139,567. So bank will make more money buy at the higher rate. Okay, obviously this is at the higher rate, the bank will make more money and it will be having the more savings. So rule: bank buys high. Okay, rule number 2, bank buys high. This is the bank buys high. This is for this one, and bank sells lower. This is for this one, which I have explained earlier. So rule is bank sells lower for that one, the earlier one, and this one is the bank buys higher. This is for this perspective. I just go again just for the sake of simplification. Trading currencies, suppose that is for the rule, which is bank sells lower. Suppose that the US dollar rate per is quoted as 14325 into 1.4330. If a company wants to buy $100,000 in exchange for sterling, if a company wants to buy $100,000 in exchange for sterling, so that the bank will be selling dollars. The bank will be selling dollars. So normally the rule is bank sells lower. If you use a low rate of this, the bank would sell them for this. And if you use the high rate of this, the bank would sell them at this. Obviously, the bank would sell them at the lower rate. That is the point we have actually taken. And now the bank buys high. If a company wants to sell this 200,000 in exchange for sterling, so the bank would be buying dollars. Okay, just to compensate. Wants to sell this in exchange for sterling. So obviously the bank would be buying dollars from the dealer. If we use the lower rate of this, the bank would buy them for this, and if you use the higher rate of this, the bank would buy them for this. So obviously, the savings at the higher rate for the bank is higher. That is why the bank would buy at a higher rate. This is the explanation of these two concepts. The spot market is where you can buy and sell a currency now, immediate delivery. The spot market is where you can buy and sell currency, not understandable just at the spot, immediately delivery. That is the spot rate of exchange. That would be the spot rate of exchange. The forward market is where you can buy and sell a currency at a fixed future date for a predetermined rate, and that is a forward rate of exchange. That is a forward market. That is what the forward market is, where you can buy and sell a currency at a fixed future date for a predetermined rate. That is the forward rate of exchange. Normally for a 6-month time, that is a predetermined rate for a 6-month time in the future. Okay, so that is a forward market. Now we're going to talk with the hedging with forwards. Obviously, we want to reduce the risk with the forward market. Obviously, we are buying and selling a currency at a fixed future date for a predetermined rate. That is a forward. But instead of that, we have to actually find out how we're going to hedge with forward. Although other forms of hedging are available, forward cover represents the most frequently employed method of hedging. Hedging, that is the forward cover, is the most understanding. The current spot rate for US dollar against sterling is this one. US dollar to sterling, and the 1 month forward is quoted as 1.4550 and 1.4565. A UK exporter expects to receive $400,000 in 1 month. If a forward contract is used, how much will be received in sterling? That is the question. How much would be received in sterling? That we need to know. So the question would be, the exporter will be selling his dollars to the bank, and the bank buys high at 1.565. The exporter will therefore receive 400,000, 1.565, so that would be 274,631. That is the amount. 274,630. The exporter will therefore receive this one. Okay, we know that the bank buys high because the bank has to pay less when with the higher rate. So the exporter will therefore receive, obviously, with this high rate, the exporter will receive this much of dollars or the pound sterling. Sorry. So this is the answer of using the higher rate so that the bank will pay less. That means the bank buys at higher, and the dealer or the exporter in this case would be getting this much of the amount, which is obviously less than 400,000, of which is obviously a convertible figure at the higher rate. That is the amount. That is for sure. Okay, the exporter will get in sterling in equivalency when we're talking about. So this is all about the trading in currency, but that is not all about. We have a lot more to actually discuss when we are talking about hedging. So there are different types of hedging involved. So there are different types of advantages and disadvantages of taking normally this forward contracts. When we talk about the advantages and disadvantages, okay, advantages include normally flexibility with regard to the amount to be covered, and relatively straightforward both to comprehend and to organize. That is the two advantages when you're talking about, generally speaking, flexibility and straightforwardness are the two advantages. And the disadvantages of forward contracts is option date forward contract can be used if uncertain. Contractual or normally contractual commitment that must be completed on the due date. Option date forward contract can be used if uncertain. No opportunity to benefit from favorable movements in exchange rates. Obviously, the rates are being fixed for a predetermined at a fixed rate for a predetermined rate, and also at a fixed future date. And the rate is also predetermined. That means that the market has been hedged, and it has to account for the same, because we need to talk about the disadvantages. Contractual commitment that must be completed on the due date, and no opportunity to benefit from favorable movements in exchange rates. This is how you're going to explain. I have actually explained it. So that is one of the disadvantages. So I hope with the help of this, we'll able to actually cover more sort of the hedging in coming videos, and let's see what we can offer and what you can get from the videos ultimately anytime in the future. Whatever would be the case, I hope that you will going to watch it, and obviously if you are going to watch it, you're just going to share it, like it, and also you're going to subscribe the channel. And also, if there's any point to be discussed, if any discrepancies or any error you see during delivery of notes or delivery of lectures, you can just point it out straight away in the comment section. We will actually respond to it very openly and obviously in a professional manner. So we'll see you in a next video with more sort of the risks covered in terms of hedging, obviously in terms of different sort of the market. So let's see what we have for the coming videos. Till then, take care and have a nice day.